Without reliable connectivity and hardware, best software cannot perform. And then, of course, there are also funding constraints for technology upgrades. But the most important thing is that no single engineering field can deliver alone. So engineers will work with fellow engineers. They will also work with the finance team. They will also work with land valuers. So what is the focus in terms of transport and infrastructure for digitalization? Digital road and bridge asset management. Know what the county owns. Smart traffic management and e-permitting systems. Infrastructure condition monitoring using drones and sensors. Intelligent traffic management systems. I spoke about Kenya Urban Roads Authority that is now working on a project to install 400 digitalized junctions. Then at the National Transport and Safety Authority, we have the Intelligent Road Safety Management System, where as a county, you're able to access how many PSV matatus do we have in Nairobi, what is the real-time speed the PSV matatu is doing, and that cuts across GIS experts, electrical engineers, ICT / software engineers. Those will be for the portal and billing system, instrumentation and control engineers, mechanical engineers for pump and pipe automation. Remember, I said no single engineer can work alone when it comes to digitalization. So what is the call for action? For the counties, integrate engineering expertise in every step of our county digitalization journey, from design to deployment, from maintenance to innovation. The engineer must be with you. Engineers are not just builders of roads, water system or structures. No, they are the architects of digital solutions that will shape the lives of citizens for generations to come. In terms of investors, once you've started that digital journey, you have opportunity to fuel transformation that will increase efficiency, reduce leakages, expand market access, and create sustainable economic growth.
So what is this infrastructure report card we are talking about? It is this research, first of all, was aimed at establishing a report card that evaluated both national and county government infrastructure score as at 31st December 2023. The sectors of focus in the 2023 infrastructure report card, and by the way, we have it. We developed, the Institution of Engineers of Kenya developed an infrastructure report card in the year 2023, and that is, I'm going to take you through what it is all about. And in the 2021, we did an infrastructure report card that covered national government only, and that is our baseline in some of the infrastructure sectors. So the preparation of the 2025 infrastructure scorecard is currently ongoing, and it will be done after every 2 years. So what is the importance of this infrastructure report card? I'm about to finish. So infrastructure report card is like a health checkup. The checkup that you always go and do in the lab. So this is IRC is telling you how you are performing. So it physical systems like roads, water, sanitation, electricity, grid, schools, etc. It assesses their condition, performance, and future needs. Infrastructure scorecard or infrastructure report card is a strategic tool that helps a county maintain safety, plan for growth, spend wisely, and attract investment while keeping the public informed and engaged.
My first question goes to Engineer Shama Kiteme, who is the president. Would you highlight how IK can actively collaborate with the county governments to develop and implement policy framework that both accelerate digitalization and align with global engineering standards?
The theme of our side event, definitely, like you've been listening all through, has been on digitalization. And we have also made a presentation on infrastructure report card. I begin from the point of understanding that everything requires leadership. And I think it's John Maxwell who says everything rises and falls on leadership. So for the conversation on digitalization to advance, there must be leadership. And that means the leadership in counties must be deliberate on moving into this direction. And if that intention and willingness is there, IK is available. We have been interacting with counties. We have entered into memorandum of understanding.
In progress.
Kweni County, the one with Nyandarua County still works in progress. And so IK has been presently available. We have had meetings with Council of Governors. We have met with the chairman, His Excellency, the Governor for Wajir. And through our collaborative efforts, we have been able to develop the site inspection manual. This manual is by intent and purposes going to revolutionize infrastructure, the building sector, most especially in the industry, done collaboratively between NCA, IEK, and COG. And so IEK is available when the leadership is ready and intentional about digitalization to help in crafting the frameworks towards this. We have been involved in drafting instruments, a couple of them. And so this is not new to us. We are pretty much available, but the intention has to be there from the counties. And we have seen the counties we have interacted with, they're very energetic in embracing some of these concepts and conversations.
What are the priority areas in the road sector where the infrastructure scorecard can be able to bring impact?
So in the infrastructure report card, for you to come up with that IRC, you must have the key performance indicators, which are normally called KPIs. So in the road sector, in particular, I know in counties we are handling several infrastructure sectors, but in the road sector, we can talk about the road network coverage. For example, the rural access index. How many people are assessing a road, all-weather road? How many of them? Or are all people are not having, all the roads are not passable? So I think that we can use that rural access index on the road network coverage in the county. Increase in road network length per year. How many did we pave? How many did we maintain? We can also talk about road network coverage. I've talked about that. Increase in road network and also the rural access index.
What is the plan of NCA in supporting counties in the adoption and application of this particular document? I think this is one of the areas which is going to be very critical in the construction industry.
At National Construction Authority, we collaborated with IEK together with representatives from COG during the development of this site handbook. And the steps that NCA is going to have for it to be implemented or to be adopted, one is to do more sensitization. And on this, we will require that together with IEK, we'll do more sensitization because most of our counties and also the professional in the construction field, I know this is a document which will soon be launched, and it will require more sensitization and also the training. So we plan for targeted training so that at our county levels, we'll be able to sensitize people so that they'll be able to use this site handbook.
I want to begin by saying, as an Institution of Engineers of Kenya, one of a very key goal for us is partnerships. And nothing exemplifies this than the product that we came together with National Construction Authority and the Council of Governors to develop the Site Inspection Handbook. Why is this critical? The other day, we saw a building that became a leaning tower of Pisa in Mombasa County. And we deployed KDF to bring it down. And several agencies came together to try to look into this matter. Now, that is not new. Since 1996, when we had the first building collapse, we have had a number of them. And we have had investigations. We have had findings filed. There has been efforts to improve this situation, and we have seen, thankfully, the situation keep on improving. But one of our critical things that we thought, working together with COG and NCA, is that we can go a step further and document the various steps and checks that we need to make sure that we follow through in a construction site. So that then, not only do we standardize this, but we provide a means of making sure that there is no room for missing a particular check. There's a reason as to why the electrical engineer will tell you a socket needs to be 1 feet from the ground. There's a reason why the electrical engineer will tell you the switch needs to be at a certain place within the and the closeness to the door. There's a reason why the mechanical engineer will calculate the volume of the building to determine the air change.
Engineer Christine Ogut, please just highlight some gaps, technological gaps that the county engineers, that the engineers can help the counties to bridge in the next 5 years.
The biggest or the largest technological gap related to digitalization is the lack of a unified infrastructure map. And that unified infrastructure map is not integrated. And how can engineers help the counties address that gap? The first thing is that they will prepare a roadmap so that the specific infrastructure is actually mapped for a specific county, so that on one platform with different layers, you will have how infrastructure has been implemented across the county. Once that has been done, the next bits will be to identify the areas that are prioritized for improvement. And once that has been done, the county at that point will then invest in those areas, and it will now gradually monitor where it is in terms of digitalization of those specific infrastructure services.
Allow me to congratulate you. Presentation was very encouraging and we've learned a lot. I have one question dealing with human resource. Majorly, the county governments as well as the national government is really suffering from ghost workers. And I've realized that IEK, majorly your work is to help the national and the county governments to improve on service delivery. Because of ghost workers, both are unable. I just want to say that the wage bill pressure is too high, and this has led to reduction in resource for development. So, in your GIS mapping and risk modeling, how can you help both national government and county government to solve this issue of ghost workers? Because it's becoming a thorn in these two governments. Thank you.
Ghost workers thrive because we are using, and I'm saying we because I worked in the county government. When you have a manual payroll that is paper-based, then it is difficult to even track, the records of your employees. But when you have now your records of your employees that are digitalized, it is even easy now to check whether, because you link that system to other government systems, you're able to check with the Kenya National Examination Council if their papers are right. You're able to check with the registrar of births if the ID number is correct. So corruption actually thrives when you have a lot of records that are not very clear.
So for my parting shot, I want to appreciate you for coming to listen to us. And we are currently doing, IEK is doing IRC 2025, and we'll be looking forward to receiving data from different institutions. And at such a time as this, maybe next year, we'll be able to present IRC 2025 and see how we are performing. Thank you.